Hi everyone, I'm Jenna with Brown Dog Craft Company. I'm coming to you live from Hudson, Wisconsin. Today is Thursday, September 26th, 2024, and I am 2 minutes early. So I hope that's okay. I hope you all find me fine. We normally go live at 8:30. Whoops, forgot to turn down my volume. I was here, just sitting here staring at the computer, so I figured let's just go live, right? Okay, so today we're here for class, and it's a bit different than typical class. So normally I'm here, we make cards for card class, but today we're gonna make a custom birthday binder. So what's a custom birthday binder, you ask? Well, I'll flip the camera and I'll show you. But basically, it is a monthly calendar to keep track of your friends and family and their address and their birthday, so that you can refer back to this when you're going for the month to send out your birthday cards. So it's really cute. I used the DSP from the Market Goodness bundle or suite, or I think it's To Market was what the suite was called. And you'll have orange flowers of some sort and then a green pattern also of some sort. There were a couple different greens and a couple different flowers. So within that DSP pack, but you'll have 2 DSPs. Actually, there's 4, but they all coordinate together, okay? So I do have 2 kits left. I'll show you what they look like. Oh, let me turn the camera on. I'll show you what the kits look like when they come. Okay. So this is what we're making. Here's a little thing here, and then when you pull this, we will untie it, and in here are these little inserts that come out for each month. Okay, so obviously one for each month. Oh, and I forgot to get my hole punch. I'll have to get my hole punch. Okay, so really cute. When you get this class, it's $45. I have 2 left. This is what it looks like. It comes in this envelope. You get everything pre-cut for you, and you get a full roll of the peach pie ribbon, and your circles for the front are cut for you, and you get extra embellishments, okay? So I only used 3 embellishments on my project, but you can use the amount that's in here, okay? You'll get a full roll of the peach pie ribbon here. And I did not use the Market Goodness stamp set. It doesn't really have anything super birthday related in the stamp set. So I'm using Enjoying Little Things. This is from the new catalog. And it coincides with the 2 3/8 inch circle punch, I think is what it is. So that's what your little white circle is punched from. And on the sample I did, May Your Day Be Filled With Sunshine and Smiles. But you could put any sentiment on here that you want. So the colors that I used are Garden Green and Peach Pie. They coordinate nicely with the DSP and obviously the ribbon that we're using. And then one other thing that you do get with this class is the birthday binder insert template. So that's the template that will create this white piece. Okay, so you do need to add 6 sheets of your own basic white cardstock and print them in color. So when you purchase the class, not only do you get the step-by-step instruction tutorial like you normally would, you also get this Word document that you can print out. And you'll print out single-sided. It takes 6 sheets because there's 12 months and there's 2 on each sheet. And then we'll go through in class how to cut these. Okay. Hi, Becky. So, oh, hi, Christina. I know Christina's been very excited for this class, and I wasn't sure if she was going to make it because of the hurricane. So I hope everything's good with you, Christina, and everyone else who's in the path of the hurricane that I'm pretty sure is hitting landfall tonight. So, okay. All right. Well, let's get started, should we? I don't think it'll take too long. We really don't have a lot of stamping. Okay. So let's pull out your kits. Oh, thanks for sharing, Becky. Okay, you're going to have a circle that is die cut out for you with the stitched. Hi, Jean. With the stitched, the stitching on the outside. Oh, thanks, Becky. And then this is the white circle that we'll stamp on. So I think I'll wait and I'll stamp last. Let's go through what else is in your kit, okay? So the outside is in pecan pie. My camera does not want to focus. And then you're going to have all these pieces on the inside. So these ones on top are going to be your inserts. Okay, there's 2 of each color. You have red, real red, garden green, crumb cake, blackberry bliss, peach pie, and pumpkin pie. Okay, so there's 2 of each one of these for a total of 12. Okay, so these are going to be your little inserts that you can put in here. These are going to be like what you pull out with that have your friends' names on them. Okay, then you're going to have these, and these are pieces of cardstock, but they are scored. The camera doesn't want to pick up the scoring, but there is a score line there. And you'll have pumpkin pie, real red, garden green, crumb cake, blackberry bliss, and peach pie. Okay, and then you're going to have your pockets. So these are cut from DSP. You'll have this blackberry pattern, and you will have a polka dot pattern. Now we do need to score these, but these are going to be the pockets for either side of our inserts. And then you're going to have your DSP. Okay. All right. So let's start off by scoring everything here. Let's score our project first. So this is like the binder, the outside of the binder. Okay. And this is like the side of the binder, right? Like this is like a book. We're making a little book. Like for those of you who used to have to cover your textbooks for high school or middle school with like paper bags, that's what this reminded me of a little bit. Okay. All right. So that's super easy to score for you. I have it all cut properly. Okay. Now, what I would recommend we do is glue our DSP down before we put this together. Okay. So you have you'll have this pile of DSP. You're going to have your 2 patterns, your 2 pieces for the outside, and a third one that's that same pattern. That's for the binder, the spine here. That's the word I was looking for, the spine. And then these for the front, and then these will be for the inside. Okay. Now, if you like a different pattern than what I have down, go ahead and flip your DSP around. Okay. But I like these patterns. It is hard to cover up pretty flowers, but we can do it. That's why they give you 2 sheets of each DSP, right? Okay, so these are going to go on the inside. So I'm going to open up my binder, and there's two pieces to the inside. So we're going to put one on one side and one on the other. Okay, so they just get centered. Whoops. Okay. I'm making a mess already with my glue. Okay, so that's the inside. This one doesn't get anything for the DSP because that's where we're going to put our little, not the inserts, but like our pages, I guess. Okay, now we're going to flip this around. This is the outside, and the paper is not directional, so you don't have to worry about what direction the paper is going in. Okay, so I'm just adding some glue here. I thought this might be easier. And I'm going to add these floral pieces to the front. Okay, and the center on the spine. Okay, and the back. Okay, all right, so that is the base. Okay, this is your book. It's coming together already. Isn't it cute already? All right. Okay, let's work on adding these pieces now, and each one of them needs to be burnished. So they're all scored at a 1/2 inch there on one side, and we're going to fold them over and burnish them really well. And the more that you use your book, the more these will more easily move back and forth the more you use your book. So like what I plan to do is write everyone's names down, and then, you know, like right now it's September 26th. I go through and I sit down with a bunch of cards, and I would look at who has October birthdays, you know, pull out my October insert and write all of my addresses on the envelopes for October. So the more you page through it and add stuff to it, the easier your pages will be to turn. Okay, we are going to glue these in, and it does take a little bit of time for them to dry because we are using liquid glue. Okay, so let's start with what order we want these in. You can put them in any order you want, but I will tell you the order that I did. I did peach pie, blackberry bliss, and then real red. Okay. And then I did crumb cake, garden green, and pumpkin pie. So peach pie was in the front, and then as the pages turn, this is the order that I have them in. Okay, now you can do them in any order that you'd like. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to start with the back. So I'm going to start with the orange. The orange is the back, the pumpkin pie. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue just on the outside of this spine. Okay, so the glue is going to go right here. And I'm not going to overdo it. That's me trying to do a straight line. Okay, now I'm going to open the center of my binder, and I'm going to glue this way. So here is the fold, and I'm going to glue it just to the left of this score line here. Okay, we don't want to glue it on the score line. If you glue it on the score line, you won't be able to close your binder. But we're going to glue it just to the left. Okay, I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not measuring. You want about the same distance from the top and the bottom, which is going to be about 1/4 inch. Okay, and then I'm going to put that down and I'm going to hold it for a little bit because it is liquid glue. Okay. All right. Once we have that one in there, we're going to do the same thing with the next color, which is garden green, and we're going to put it about 1/8 of an inch to the left of where we put this one. Okay, so I'm going to add my glue. Okay. Hi, Anne from Australia. Ooh, I think it's probably almost lunchtime for you on Friday, isn't it, Anne? Welcome. Okay, so I'm going to put this down about 1/8 of an inch from where I put, from where that score line is on the pumpkin pie one. See how close they are? Okay. And this is forgiving. I made sure that I made this center spine large enough for you guys to have a little bit of wiggle room on how far apart you put these pages. Okay. So now we'll do crumb cake. Okay, and Canberra. Where is Canberra, Australia? Like, where on the continent? Hi, Teresa from Illinois. Anne says, yes, it is. It's 11:40 a.m. Friday. So it is 8:42 p.m. on Thursday here in Wisconsin, in the U.S. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put this about the same distance as I did on the pumpkin pie on the garden green here. Okay, about 1/8 of an inch. And sorry if my head gets in the way. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to do real red. I was going to talk about this first and then I forgot. We have class on Tuesday and it's using the More Than Autumn suite. I think I have 4 or 5 kits left if you would like one. They're $25, and you just need to add your own stamps and dies. But I can send you the pre-cut cardstock kit if you'd like. Just send me an email. 4 or 5 kits left. So if you want one, let me know. My email's hello@browndogcraftcompany.com. Okay. And that class will be Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Okay. All right, 2 more to go. Blackberry Bliss, and then peach pie. All right, there's blackberry. Kind of matches my nails. They're a little more red in person, but it matches them on the camera here. All right, and then last is peach pie. First time seeing this on my feed. Well, I'm glad you're here, Teresa. I'm here every Tuesday evening, and I teach class. So if you want to know a little bit more about me and how it works, I invite you to watch the showcase video that I just did on Monday. I don't remember what the date was on Monday. Let's see, today's the 26th. I think it was the 23rd on Monday. But every month I do a live showcase, and I show the card classes. I go over my schedule. So if you go to browndogcraftcompany.com, everything's linked in the video description too. If you click more and then more again, you can download a copy of my class calendar. And during the showcase videos, I go through and talk about the upcoming classes that I have and how to get them. Okay. All right, so we're going to let the glue set up in this for a little bit, but there is the inside pages of our binder. Okay. All right, so let's set that aside. We'll let the glue set up. And one more thing I want to do before we go ahead and cut our binder inserts. So again, if you missed this, if you bought this class, you got the template for this. You add your own 6 sheets of basic white cardstock, which typically I provide all of the cardstock for you. But in order to get 6 white flat sheets to you, I just don't think they would have made it to you in the mail. I think they would have been crinkled, or the edges would have been crunched. So that's why I thought it was easier to just give you the template to print these out. And then I will show you how to cut them so everything is lined up down the center on your binder inserts, and it'll look great. Okay. All right, one thing that I will need you to do, these are all your pockets. They need to be scored, okay? They need to be scored at 1/4 inch from each side. So the scoring tool is the gray one. So make sure you have your dark gray one pushed aside. That's the cutting blade. We want this light gray one. And we're gonna put these in at 1/4 inch, which is this first long line when we're in our paper trimmer. And we're gonna do that on both sides. Okay. And here also. Okay. So these pockets are what go inside the binder. Okay. They glue down. We will burnish them here after we get them scored. If you have the large score tool, you could use that too. It doesn't fit on my camera on my desktop nicely, so I'm not going to use that. But these are going to be the pockets that we put our inserts into. Okay, so these are going to be glued to what we just glued inside the binder. So we're kind of working our way backwards, right? We're starting from the outside and we're working our way in. Now, if you get all finished and you decide you want to start from the inside and work your way out, you can do that too. Okay, whatever makes sense for you. Okay, I missed a whole bunch of the purple ones here. I think I got one purple, yeah. Okay. Does anyone have any fun plans for the weekend? It's going to be unseasonably warm here. It's in the 80s here, the upper 80s. We really haven't had a traditional fall. It's normally highs in the 60s here, not 80s. Hi, Pat. Oh, you're just a little late. Just a little bit. It's been really warm here. And so it's supposed to be mid-80s this week. And I'm ready for fall. I like fall weather. I like sweatshirts and I like fall things. So I want summer when it's summertime. But now that it's fall, I would really like it to be fall. Because otherwise what we have here in the Midwest is if we don't have a proper fall, we go directly from summer to winter. And it happens a lot, so we are kind of used to it. But fall is nice, and I miss it. We pretty much had fall like all winter last year. It didn't snow like it was supposed to here. So we normally get a lot of snow. And we got a couple of snowfalls, like enough to make the roads a mess and cause problems for driving, but not like any snow. Like, it's the first year in all of the decades that I have lived here, which is my whole life, that we have never seen any snow. Okay, I scored this one a little rough. Okay, so be careful when you're doing your scoring. This is DSP, so it's not thick like cardstock. Okay, so I think maybe I'm just not even gonna burnish. I think I'm just gonna pinch with my fingers. Yeah, so we didn't see any snow really last year, and that was just strange. Very strange. So I'm not ready for snow. I do not want snow. That's no thank you. But I would like fall weather. So we are lucky enough here that we see 4 seasons. Like, we see different weather for all 4 seasons. And I know not everywhere gets to see that. So yeah. Okay, I have all of these done. Now I'm gonna put them by, can't pick them up. I'm gonna put them by what color they are. Oops. Now these ones will go on the right pockets and these ones will go on the left pockets. And if you're wondering how I cut these, the instructions are in the PDF when you purchase class, but these are a rectangle. They started out being 4 by 4 3/4. They're scored at 1/4 inch on either side. Okay, so 4 by 4 1/2. And what I did is I measured down 2 inches. I measured down on the right side 2 inches on these, and on the left side 2 inches on these. And then I lined up, I made a little pencil mark, and then in my paper trimmer, I lined up the pencil mark with the opposite corner. And then I trimmed that off. Okay, so that's how I got this odd shape that isn't really it's not really a triangle. I don't know what you call it. Okay, so that's how I made the pockets. Now, when we're doing this, our pockets are going to go here. The orange ones are going to go on the left side, and the purple ones are going to go on the right side. So this one's going to go here because when we open these, it will be purple here. So I'm going to go through and glue all of these down. You could use tear and tape. I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue and probably make a mess of my desk while doing it. Now they go right at the bottom. Oh, and a little bit of glue at the bottom. Okay. All right, so glue on 3 sides. And these will line up nicely with the edge of your cardstock here. and the bottom and that score line. Okay. All right, so that's your pocket. And we're going to do that the whole way through. So glue on the sides and the bottom. All right. Okay, what do you guys want to hear about while we work? I don't know that I have any stories to tell you. Last time I told you my whole fiasco about Milo and his little daycare place that we're sending him. That all got worked out, thankfully. They have a space for him and it's reserved and he's good to go, and he actually goes this week to do like a little trial. So I don't want to say he's excited about that because he doesn't really know what that is, but we'll see how he does. He does like a trial day, and they just, you know, he gets used to the place. That way when we bring him the day we leave, he knows what it smells like and he knows where he is and that he's going to have fun when he's there. And then they have him play with the other dogs too and do like a little evaluation. Make sure he can participate in group play, which I'm not concerned about that, but he's a lab, so that's all. I mean, they live for play and food, right? Play and food. So he won't, I'm not concerned about him at all there, but so it'll be good to bring him and have him test it out and just be there so that when we do drop him off, he already has been there before. At least I hope he'll feel better. I don't really know. I'm sad to leave him for a little bit, but it's just for a few days, really. And that's honestly why we don't really go places, because I don't know what you're supposed to do with your animal. Like, if you don't have someone to watch them, this is really your only option. So I'm sure he'll be just fine. Okay, get all that in there. Okay, and then this one, and then we'll do the other side. All right, here we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Tuck that in. Okay. All right, there's that side. Now we'll do this side. And they really don't need much glue. More glue than what I want always comes out. You could use tear and tape too. I'm not patient enough for tear and tape, but if you are, you can use tear and tape. I'm patient for tear and tape in small amounts, but this would be way too much tear and tape. I'm just not patient enough. You could also use like tape runner. Stampin' Seal Plus, I think it's called. But liquid glue is pretty easy. A little messy, but all right. Whoops. So we get all those in. And then I think it's time after this to start cutting our template. And I have exact instructions how to cut the template on the step-by-step tutorial that I sent out, but I will go over it and we'll cut it right here. I printed them off. I have them right here. So we'll cut them live together. And then if you're watching the replay, you can refer back to it. Okay, and I have 2 kits left. So if you know someone who wants one, or if you want to maybe give one as a gift, I have 2 left. Okay. All right, 2 more. All right, so the peppermints. Everybody's been talking about the peppermints. They were out of stock. They came back in stock, and I heard they were in stock for only a couple of hours before they went out again. And now I think they're due back about a month from now. I'm gonna have to switch my battery here. I forgot to change it. Oh, I think we have an extra one. I forgot to change my battery before we went live, so. Okay, all right, it's coming together. We need some inserts in here, right? We need something fun on the inside. So let's pull out our pages and we're gonna cut one at a time. Okay, so we're gonna pull our trimmer out and we're gonna take one at a time. So I'm gonna start with my January to February page. It's a full 8.5 by 11 sheet of basic white cardstock. We're gonna cut a 1/2 inch off the top. Okay, so I'm gonna line this up at 1/2 inch, cut a 1/2 inch off the top. Okay, and whoops, I'm gonna cut a 1/2 inch off all of them here. Okay. 1/2 inch. And we'll have 6 here. All right, I'm going to be brave and cut these two together. Okay. All right, we cut a 1/2 inch off the top. Okay. Now we're going to cut 3 1/8 inch off the bottom. So I'm going to take the bottom and line the bottom off at 3 1/8. Okay, and I'm going to cut. So all of them are going to look like this now. Okay, this is just extra. Put it in your scrap pile. 3 1/8. Okay. 3 1/8. 3 1/8. 3 1/8. And 3 1/8. Okay. All right, now they all look like this. Okay, they all look like this. So we're gonna cut a 1/4 inch off the left side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip them upside down. So the font is upside down, and I'm gonna cut a 1/4 inch off, which is that first line to the right of the trimmer blade that goes all the way down. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, cut a 1/4 inch off. Okay. Now I'm going to flip them over. So now it's facing me. The font is facing me. And I'm going to, from the left-hand side here, I'm going to cut at 3 7/8, which is 2 little ticks before the 4. And I'm going to set this piece aside. This one is finished. Okay. Do the same. 3 7/8. Finished. 3 7/8. Finished. 3 7/8. 3 7/8. Last one right here. 3 7/8. Okay, so now we have 6 of them finished, and 6 of them look like this. Okay, so the ones that we cut at 3 7/8 we left over there, and now we have to finish these ones. So now we're going to cut 1/8 of an inch off this left-hand side. So I'm going to flip them all over, And we're going to line this up at an 1/8 of an inch, which there is no 1/8 of an inch that goes all the way through the cutter when you're looking at this side, but it's in between the 1/4 inch and the cutting blade. So if you'd prefer to cut it this way, okay, I prefer to cut it this way and line it up right there. Okay, so these are upside down. I'm cutting an 1/8 of an inch off that left-hand side. And this just helps center everything nicely. Could you eyeball each one of these? Yes, you could. Is that how I roll? No, it's not. It would bother me if I looked at each one of these and they were not centered. Okay, last piece. We're gonna have them facing us again now. They're too wide. So we're gonna line this left side up at 3 7/8, just like the other ones. And that's finished. So that's gonna go in the finished pile. 3 7/8. 3 7/8. 3 7/8. 3 7/8. One more 3 7/8. Okay. So we now have 12 months of birthdays. Now, here's where you can change this up a little bit if you'd like. When you look at mine and you pull mine out, mine are one-sided. I don't have anything on this back side. If you wanted to double your space to write all of this, you could do what we just did. You could cut it, you could print it twice and cut it twice and have January and January. Okay, so you could have more people if you made these double-sided. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to decide what colors we want our months on. So I'm going to put my months in order. There's December. And I'll tell you what order I put mine in. And I'm going to have to change my camera because it has 6 minutes left. All right, let me find November. December, November, October, September, August, July, June, May, April, March, February, January. Okay. I put January on a piece of Blackberry Bliss. Okay. I did February on Real Red. Oh, thanks, Teresa. I'm glad you like it. February on Real Red. March is on Crumb Cake, and April is on Garden Green. So March is Crumb Cake. And April was Garden Green. Okay, May is Pumpkin Pie, Peach Pie, and then I did Pumpkin Pie again. Pumpkin Pie for May. June on Peach Pie. And July on Pumpkin Pie. Okay, and then August is on Peach Pie. September was on Blackberry. October is on Crumb Cake. November is on Real Red. And December I put on Garden Green. Now, you can change this up and put them on different colors if you'd like. Okay, this is just what I picked, but this is your project. So I want you to like your project, and I want you to do something different from me if that's what you like. Okay, so I'm gonna glue these all down. And now this is where you could print these twice. You could have 2 Decembers. 1 December here on this side and 1 December on the other side. Okay, Totally up to you. And I'm gonna try to glue a couple at the same time. Okay. And they're going to be a tight squeeze. There's just a little bit of colored cardstock that pops out from each one of these. Okay. There's November and October. Okay, and then we'll do September and August. Okay. Right. Milo's passed out over there. Earlier today, Milo was, I don't know what got into him. We went for a walk. We did his normal thing. He even got to go in the car today. And I was waiting for to leave to bring the kids to their sports tonight, and he was just like panting in my face, like he couldn't get enough of whatever was going on today, you know, just extra energy, I guess. Katie says, late to live, first project for me and happy to watch some of Project Live. I will go back and watch later. Welcome, Katie. I'm glad you can join us. And yes, this is Katie's first class with me. So everyone say welcome to Katie. We're happy to have you. I hope your kit arrived safe and sound, Katie. And yes, you can always watch the replay. There's July. Here's June. Okay, so if you don't already know, I like to make things with very small mats. I like that 1/16 of an inch mat most of the time. I think it's just a really pretty, classic, elegant mat. Sometimes I'll make cards with a larger mat, but usually this is my MO. So, oh good, I'm glad you got it, Katie. Good, good. Okay. One thing I did not bring out that I need to bring out is, oh, and I have 3 here. I'm going to do January too. My hole punch. Whoops. You can use any hole punch. We're going to, once these are all glued, we're going to put a hole punch toward the top because we need to put some ribbon through them. This one has a lot of glue on it. March, February. Now, you wouldn't need to make this with this paper either. You could use any DSP. Like if you have some old retired DSP that you're not sure what to do with anymore, I think you could use that. You know, be really kitty. Would be really pretty with like some pinks or blues. Okay, we have all of these made. Aren't they cute? They're fun. I love them. We need a hole punch. I'm gonna go grab a hole punch. I'll show you which one I'm gonna use. Okay. So this is the hole punch I'm using. It's EK Success, I think. You get them on Amazon or Michael's or Joann. And we're going to put a hole punch in the top. Okay. I'm going to put it right above or right about on the January. It will put a little teeny hole probably through your January a little bit. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. If you wanted to measure with a ruler exactly halfway on each one of these, you could. I'm okay just going right over where the month is and punching the hole. Here's April. And May. June. So then we'll start with our ribbon. And since you have a full roll, I would leave the one end still, you know, attached to the spool, and we'll sort of measure out what we need here. Three more. I'm gonna have to vacuum. I'm gonna have to vacuum. All right. Okay, so those are all hole punched. Oh my goodness, I have hole punches everywhere. Oh, thanks, Becky. I'm glad you like it. There's hole punches everywhere. Okay, most of them are in my lap, actually. Kind of funny. Okay, all right, so now these are hole punched. As you can see, they're not all lined up perfectly. You could do it. You could line them up, measure, draw a little pencil mark, and then line up the pencil mark, but I'm not super concerned. Okay, you're gonna have a full brand new roll of this ribbon, okay, and you're gonna have so much left over. We don't use very much at all. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure, let's see how much that is. That is about 10 inches. Okay, get my ribbon scissors. Oh, thanks, Pat. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half. This is about 10 inches. And I'm going to put my ends, not the loop, I'm going to put my ends through from front to back. And then I'm going to put my fingers through the loop in the front and pull the ends through. Okay. All right. Now, if you want your loop the other way, you just do the opposite. You put your loop through instead of your ends. Okay, so if you want it the other way, fold it in half, take your loop, put your loop through. So now I put my loop through the hole, and I'm going to pull my ends through the loop. Okay, so whichever way you like it best. Just be careful not to pull too hard. This is cardstock, right? So if you pull too hard, it will rip through the paper. Okay, we've got probably only 1/4 inch there. Hi, Christina. Oh, it's okay. I hope everything's good with you guys. Okay, and then you can trim these however long you want them. Okay, and we'll set these aside. We'll put them in our book here in a minute. So 10 inches or so. Loop. I think I liked it the second way I tied it, so I'm going to put the loop through the front and pull the strings through. Okay, so there's November. Okay. And I'm not even measuring anymore. I'm just gonna cut October. Okay. I think I cut my Novembers a little short. That's all right. We have September. Okay. And August. Oops, I forgot to cut that one. Gotta go back and cut September. September, August, July, almost halfway. And then I think we can cut our ribbon for the outside. We'll wrap it around before we cut it though. Make sure we cut it long enough. Okay. July. Okay, on to June. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Anne. You know, I was trying to come up with, I already had a bundle class with this suite, with the Market Goodness bundle, and I had it on the calendar again. And since I already had it on the calendar, I didn't want to change it up because a lot of people make plans and buy sets, you know, based on what I have on the calendar. But I couldn't, I just was having a hard time coming up with cards, with 5 more cards, because Coffee and Cards is today. And normally we have 5 cards for Coffee and Cards. We actually had Coffee and Cards on Tuesday. So if you check out Tuesday's class with Scenic Pumpkin Patch, that's normally how Coffee and Cards is. Well, I just was having a hard time coming up with 5 more cards. So, oh, I'm at the end of my ribbon. So, I don't know how this came about, but I must have had a moment of inspiration and decided to make this instead. So, okay. Now I'm out of ribbon, so I'm going to stop. You have a full roll, a full brand new ribbon. Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you. Happy lunch on Friday. It's lunchtime. Okay, so you will keep doing this with all of yours. I'm going to stop since I don't have them. I have ribbon behind me, but okay, so then when you get this done, your January goes in your January pocket. February goes in February's pocket. Okay. March will go in March pocket, and so on. Okay, May, June, July. So I have a birthday binder, like, it's not a birthday binder. I have a really old planner, I think from the year 2008. And that apparently was the year I decided that I should keep track of my friends' birthdays. Oh, that's why I'm missing that pocket. Remember how I said, oh, I have an extra pocket? I don't, I just missed a month. Apparently in 2008, that's when I decided to start keeping track of my friends' birthdays. So in the back of my planner, I randomly wrote down people's birthdays. And so I never threw away that planner because I was like, oh, those birthdays are in there. And so now I still have this planner from 2008. And it just randomly, on random pages, has everyone's name and their birthday and their address. And, you know, 2008 was kind of a while ago. So sometimes I crossed out an address and wrote a new address. And then people got married, and so I would change their name and add their spouse and so on and so on. So it's, when I go to send birthday cards every month, it's really messy. So I thought, you know what? I need a better, cuter way to keep track of people's birthdays. So that's when I came up with this. Okay, I'm not going to put the October one in the pocket because I just glued the pocket and I'm afraid it'll stick in there. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. Okay, I'm afraid it'll stick in there. Now, remember, if you want more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just print out the printout twice and put it on the back. Okay, so don't forget you can get double the space in there. All right, and obviously I'm missing the ribbon on my 3 months there, but this is what they look like. Okay, so when you come here and you're like, oh, it's time to send birthday cards for the month of July, you pull out your July and have everybody written down, right? You have mom and her birthday and her address, or whoever, right? Sarah or Susan or Carrie or whoever. Okay, now we're gonna do ribbon. You know what, I am gonna get more ribbon because we need to tie our ribbon around the outside, so hold on. Have another roll right here. Okay, we're gonna wrap ribbon around the front and we're gonna tie it into a bow over here. That's gonna be the closure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some ribbon out and I'm gonna lay it on my desk and I'm gonna put this over it. Now I think that is plenty, okay, to tie into a bow. So I'll do the same thing here. Okay, now I did not Nice way to keep B-days handy. Yes, exactly. That's what I thought, Hildy. Okay, I did not adhere this to the DSP. If you wanted to run some tear and tape on the back side of this and push it into the DSP, or if you wanted to use some glue dots, you could. I didn't. I kind of like that it's free-flowing and just kind of open. It reminds me of like a journal that somebody would have had like 100 years ago where they tie something around it to keep it closed. So that's just what it reminds me of, and I like it that way. But if you like it a different way, by all means, glue it down, okay? It's your project. Okay, we need to do some stamping on this circle. So I'm gonna pull out my Misty. You could use a block. And I'm going to stamp, "May your day be filled with sunshine and smiles." Or anyway, that's what I stamped on the first one. But I think I'm going to be different. I'm going to stamp this. It's like a border. I'm going to get my head in the way. It's like a cute little border. Okay. And that's right in the corner there. And I'm going to stamp that in Peach Pie. I've never stamped this before. I hope it stamps nice. Oh, it stamps really nice. Okay. And then I will clean that off. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna stamp "Enjoy the little things," I think. And I'll do that in Garden Green. Okay. And I'll show you my original too when we're done, so you can see what they all look like. I think that looks cute. What do you think? We are doing a class with this stamp set later in the year. I think it's in December. I don't have the cards designed yet, but we are going to do a class with this. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of ribbon on the left side here with some tear and tape. So I'm going to take some tear and tape and flip this over, and on the bottom left here, I'm going to add some ribbon. I don't know where I put my ribbon. Here it is. Like, I just had it. Okay, so I'm going to have the ribbon kind of pop out toward the bottom here, and I'm going to weave it back and forth, and as I'm weaving it, I'm going to push it into that tear and tape. Okay. And just a couple times. And then when I get it all woven, I'm going to trim it and hold it in place with another piece of tear and tape. That is called a tear and tape sandwich. At least that's what I call it. Okay, I will put a pin in it here. I'm going to use some dimensionals. Here. And whoops. I'm going to put this not directly in the center. You could. I'm going to put it centered top to bottom, but off to the right. Okay. I'm going to add dimensionals here because why not? I'm going to add them to the project actually. We're not mailing this, so it can be as dimensional as we want. Okay, I don't want to add the dimensionals where the ribbon's going to go because we want that ribbon to be able to move. So instead, I'm going to add the dimensionals on the project. Make a little channel with my dimensionals. So then the ribbon will stay there. I'm using all my dimensionals here. Okay. All right, get all those backers off. And then I will lay this onto the project. I'm going to put this last dimensional over here. And I'm going to cut this one off. Okay. All right. Now, lastly, we need some embellishments. So these are the pearls, what are they called? Transparent adhesive back dots. They go with this suite, with the Market, the 2 Market suite. And I'm going to add, I think, 3. Okay. All right, you guys. That's the birthday binder. Isn't it cute? What do you think? I'll tie it so you can get the finished look. Okay. So your ribbon's going to move through there nicely. And we'll tie this into a bow. Okay. What do you think? Isn't it cute? Okay, so then here's the other one. Here's the one that I did, Sunshine and Smiles. Okay, with the inside. Okay, so let me back up some. All right, what do you think? Fun? Fun, right? So then you can keep this on your shelf. Won't it be pretty to keep on your shelf? Much better than a really old 16-year-old planner, right? I should show you my planner. Oh, it's not over here. I'm glad you like it, you guys. I think it's fun. I can't get over how have I not had one of these before? I don't know. So I'm going to give this one away to someone, I think, and then keep this one for myself. I actually like this sentiment more than I like this one, but I do like the font on this one. So, but yeah, lots of fun, right? Well, that's what I have for class today, guys. I told you it would be pretty quick because it's just a lot of gluing and assembling and not a lot of stamping. So I have 2 kits left. They're right here. I have both of them right here. So if someone would like them, I can put your name on them. They're $45 each. You get that full roll of ribbon and all your paper die cut for you. You just need to add 6 sheets of your white cardstock. Okay. Let me know if you want to sign up for the More Than Autumn card class. That is coming up on Tuesday. It's $25 and we make 4 cards. So here's one of the 4. Little hot cocoa. Here's 2. Okay. Here's 3. You had me at pumpkin spice. Okay, and then here's the 4th. Nothing's better than donuts. And we use the sketched plaid. The sketch plaid stamp set on the backgrounds there. And then I'm kitting these up right now. These are for October's coffee and cards. It's 5 cards using the Seasons of Gold and Green suite. It's an online exclusive. And you'll get a full pack of these sequin embellishments and all the supplies to make 5 cards. So this is 1 card that we make. I'm kitting these right now. So these are $45 also. Okay. We'll stamp these and die cut them. This one will come 3D embossed. Oh, my overhead battery is going to die. This one will die cut from the DSP. Look at, we're going to finish just in time. And this one we stamp these gorgeous things. These are die cut from the vellum. Okay. All right. And my overhead camera is going to die. And look at that, just in time. Okay, you guys want to see Milo? He's taking a nap, but he'll come over for snacks. Let me go get him. Milo. Milo bear. Hi, are you ready, sleepy bear? Oh, he's got big sleepy face going on. Do you want your snacks, bud? Come on. Come on over. You want your snacks, Tubby? Everyone wants to see you. They want to see you. Come here, bud. Hi. Here's Milo. Hi, Milo. Hi, Bubby. Hi. How was your nap? Are you hungry? Oh, you're always hungry, aren't you? Oh, good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Good bear. Good bear. All right. Milo only gets a little bit today. He had ham. We had dinner, or we had ham for dinner, and he had a lot of ham, and he stole a dinner roll. So he's had enough snacks for today. He's still here. There he is. He's had enough snacks for today. He has. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, guys. Well, that's what I have for you. I will see you all next Tuesday for the More Than Autumn bundle class. And let me know if you want a card kit. If I ship it out tomorrow, it'll get to you on time. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching. Have a great Friday. I'm glad I get to say it's Friday tomorrow and not Wednesday. So, all right. Have a great Friday and a great weekend. And everyone in the path of the hurricane, please stay safe. And we'll catch you next time. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye now.